If you're an Idahoan struggling to find stable housing, you're not alone. Rising rents, stagnant wages, and limited housing inventory all contributed to an affordable housing crisis that is sweeping the state. But as 6 on Your Side's Madeline White found out, critics say little, if anything, is being done at a state level to address the situation.
Yeah, that's right, Dawn. And we're seeing some of the lowest vacancy rates of all time in Ada and Canyon counties. But this affordable housing crisis spans beyond this area alone. So I talked to local experts and they explained why they often feel their hands are tied when it comes to how much they can help from a local level. As Idaho grows and sees more people becoming homeless for the first time, as wait lists grow longer for rental assistance, where can Idahoans turn who are struggling with housing?
And unfortunately, the federal government has also been moving away from housing support.
Without much help from the feds, the burden is landing in the laps of Idaho's city officials.
The city of Boise has really taken the bull by the horns and been leading with affordable housing opportunities by either using land that they're leasing to developers or other tools.
But what about state representatives?
Really, at the end of the day, the state of Idaho, our legislator, can be doing a lot more.
After all, affordable housing is a statewide issue.
Everywhere from Coeur d'Alene to the entire Treasure Valley to eastern Idaho are seeing similar situations.
Did you know Idaho has a housing trust fund?
Which could be a pool of funds specifically used to help people get into housing and to build that housing in the first place.
But here's the catch. It has nothing in it.
So all the way back in the 90s, we did the right thing in creating a housing trust fund, but putting $0 in didn't help anyone.
And it turns out other states are doing a lot more. There are 5 major tools states can implement to help affordable housing: inclusionary housing, rent control, vouchers as a source of income, housing trust funds, and state tax incentives. And while most states have implemented a combination of these efforts, Idaho is the only state that has implemented none. And Erbelding says a continued housing crisis in Idaho can only negatively impact economic growth because companies need places for their employees to live.
Access to appropriate affordable housing and workforce development are integrally related and cannot be separated.
So now the question becomes, does the state have plans to take action?
I have not seen any legislation that indicates there's movement toward looking at the state's role in the affordable housing market.
But he says there could be some behind the scenes. So I'll continue to investigate and bring you the latest as I learn it. So where can the legislators start? Wyatt says, in his opinion, it might be a good start to just get some dollars in that Idaho Housing Trust Fund that is already established.
So let's talk about that. That trust fund could help developers and tenants?
Developers and tenants, kind of multifaceted, and that's according to Wyatt. So as the housing crisis continues to grow across the state, it should be interesting to see if there's any action in the State House so that not so much of the responsibility lands on city officials or the federal government. But I plan on speaking with state lawmakers in the near future, and we'll definitely let you know what they have to say.
All right. Thanks, Madeline.
Thank you.